For this podcast, I invited Derek Rodriguez, probably one of the most truthful and outgoing people I've met so far. He came to Philly a couple of years ago, all the way from Puerto Rico. But when he was a kid, he was traveling a lot around United States mainland. He was changing schools, moving around, and stuff like that. So we talked a lot about Puerto Rican culture, overall cultural differences, as well as what it's like to be able to adjust to new environments all the time, and topics like that. So I hope you're going to enjoy this podcast, and welcome, Derek. So, first of all, could you talk a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you are now, and what brought you here in Philly all the way from Puerto Rico?
I guess I'll start with answering why I came here. For me, I was gonna stay back home and just start school there and finish it, because the school that I wanted to go to was specifically designed for criminal justice, forensic science, the stuff that I want to go into. But my college advisor outside of my high school, it was just my mom's friend, and she was a college advisor. Her daughter graduated from here last year, and she was just go, give it a chance, what's the worst that can happen? I was like, no, I don't want to go, I want to stay back home. Thank God I went. I listened to her. It was very last minute. It wasn't planned. It was just I got on a plane and I ended up here, but it was for orientation. I didn't tour it. I didn't do a Minute Students Day. I literally knew nothing about any college. Because I wrote the college and the college essays to apply, but I didn't do the application process because she just did all that for me.
Yeah.
So I was clueless. I don't know. I did not know a single thing about college. It's just I'll get in somehow.
Yeah.
I had good grades and stuff, so I wasn't worried about that. But it was the actual process and what that took. I wasn't very aware of it. But yeah, so I came for orientation to here in Philly, and I remember specifically coming in through the backside, by Lafarge, going up Cardinal, and I was like, oh, I don't like how this looks. It looks kind of ugly. It looks medieval. It looks
didn't really like it. Yeah.
No, it was cloudy, so I don't know. Maybe that's where. But I was just what did I just do? But once we got to campus and it was actually good, and I texted her an hour when I got here. I was like, thank you so much for pushing me to go. I really appreciate it. And that's how I got here. But about myself, I guess, I don't know. It's when you're in interview, they're tell me about yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing comes to your head.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I guess the first thing that comes to my head is just I moved a lot between Puerto Rico, Florida. I lived in Ohio. So I guess that's a big part of who I am. But yeah, I moved. I grew up was born, grew up in Puerto Rico. Then I moved to Ohio for 8 months in 3rd grade, I think it was. We went back to we went to Florida for the first time after that. That's the first time living in Florida. I think I was there until 6th grade, I think. We went back to Puerto Rico. I was maybe 7th. I think it was a year, maybe a year and a half. It wasn't that long. I think it was 7th, maybe 8th. And then we went back to Florida. I did 9th, 10th, 11th, I'm pretty sure. And then I moved back to Puerto Rico to finish off my senior year. And then now I'm here in Philly.
So you were all over the place during the school time.
Yeah.
How was it for you, switching the schools, the states as well? Because for some people, they just go to the same school, for 12 grades or whatever, and then they don't really switch the first time they leave the houses, the university. But for you, Ohio, Florida, Puerto Rico, what was in your brain during that time?
I liked it a lot, actually. I met a lot of people, obviously. But I don't know, I feel I don't know how this relates to my life outside of college, but I need change. I like change, so it's I enjoyed it. I met a lot of people, and I have my friends in Florida. I don't think I have any. No, I don't have any friends from Ohio. I was in 3rd grade, but I just met a lot of people, and I liked it a lot. I wouldn't change anything.
Would you say that you're a natural explorer based on that? No?
Absolutely not.
No?
I like my schedule. I like to have my routine. That's what when I just said I like change. I thought about it for a second, because maybe outside of my life, after I graduate from college, it's do I want to be constantly changing? Like, I don't
Yeah.
think so. I think I just want to have my routine. But, I mean, obviously I want to live in New York, but I don't think I see myself living in New York past, like, my 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe that's, like, change, like, that will be, like, my form of change once I, like, actually start working.
So pretty flexible. Yeah, you choose the best way to live your life or the place.
Yeah.
You would spend some time there. You figure out quickly what you need. You move there. Adjust. That's it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And then, what's something unique about Puerto Rican culture that you carry with you every day while being here? You know, around Philly or when you go to New York. Maybe something specific, and you can take your time to think about it. I know maybe it's not at the top of your head, but
I feel like it's something that I maybe don't think about when I do. I just do it, and that's why I can't, like, notice it. I don't. Do I have any Puerto Rican, like, or something that's, like, not American?
let's talk a little bit about like specific areas of life, and maybe something will strike you. Like, let's say education wise, friendship wise, maybe the way you communicate with people, hang out, spend free time, maybe something different. Or sometimes you look at, average Americans, you're like coming back with your, mental thoughts back to Puerto Rico, and thinking like, oh, we do that differently there. Something like that.
I mean, with education, like you said, like, back home, like, all my friends went to the same school, like, K through 12. Like,
Yeah.
So, like, public school here was, like, kind of, not weird, but it was, like, I don't know, there's, like, a lot of people, like, just, like, in one place. I don't know.
And just to clarify, in Ohio, Florida, you went to public schools?
Yeah, but
Okay.
back home, I went to private school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, like, I would say, like, I remember Ohio, like it was yesterday, like, that school was beautiful, like, and it was public.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you go back home, and, like, a public school is not, like, a place you want to
Yeah.
be. I mean, they're not bad. You get your education, but it's, like, I don't think I could survive in a public school. So, but I did go to a public school back home for a
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had both.
Both
guess,
experiences.
But I'm trying to think something that I do. I don't know. This is like, no, this is technically not like Puerto Rican of me, but like, I guess this is more just like, because everyone can have this, but like work ethic wise, I feel like since my parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents, like, they're all business owners and like they worked hard to get to where they are. I feel like that's something that like I take pride in myself, like 100%. Like, my work ethic is something that like
I can see that.
I just like, I like, not to sound cocky, but like I know I have it, and like I take pride. Like, I like,
Yeah.
I show it. Like, I like to mention it, like, in interviews, or like when I'm talking to people. I think.
I can relate to that as well, because like coming from Ukraine and seeing that most of my family worked so hard to get to where we are now, and then coming to the United States, like I feel this is my responsibility to show and apply it in my life even more. Like, gotta represent. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, work ethic is good.
But like you said, it does not technically something like that's unique to me. But like coming here, it's like, I don't know. I feel like some people are just like, I guess even back home, but I don't see it as much back home as I do see it here. But it's like everything's like handed to you, like not you, but like a person, like everything's handed to them, and it's like they don't have to like work to do anything. It's just like they just have it, or like they can just ask their parents for it and then they'll have it. But I hate asking my parents for stuff.
Me too. I feel guilty. I feel so guilty. Yeah.
Even if I need something, my parents like ask me to do anything, I'm like, no. Even if I do, I say no, because I hate it. Like, I want to work for my stuff.
Yeah, I understand you. Yeah. Is it one of the main differences you noticed between like Ohio and Florida schools compared to your Puerto Rico schools? Like, in terms of work ethic and the way people approach like their future careers or future lives?
I feel like for Ohio and Florida, I was a bit too young to like...
Well, yeah, third grade, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Florida until junior year, but like, I don't think I knew what work ethic was in junior year of high school. So
what were you like during the junior year of high school?
I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing. But back home, I definitely see it like more. It's like more prevalent. Like, you have to work, like get your education. Like, you have to work.
It's like embedded into the structure.
I feel like it is, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe it's just my family. But I feel like, in Puerto Rico, you see it way more than like in the States.
Also, just like a cultural question, I was kind of interested in. Like in Ukraine, we kind of have this social structure: kindergarten, school, university, job. Like you don't really have a choice. Oh, I don't want to go to the university. Like in the United States, obviously, mostly, yeah, you can choose whether you want to go to the university, college, or something else after high school. In Puerto Rico, is there some kind of social norm also that you follow,
Oh,
or
100%.
it's like a free choice?
I mean, it's better, I guess, now because like my parents, like, I mean, actually, my parents didn't go to college, so I would say it's because like I don't think because college back home is way cheaper than it is here, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like I think I'm trying to not to. I think it's a global thing. I think like our generation now like needs college to like survive and have a good wage. And I feel like my parents like they of course college would help them, but like there was another route they can go to, like which was creating their own business, and like that's how they got into business. So my grandparents didn't go to college either. I don't know. I feel like there's more. Like you have to go through the whole thing, but I feel that's something like globally too, like, not just to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that
like
makes
you have
sense.
to go to college. Like you have to get a degree. It's like even like I'm hearing people say now like, well, getting a bachelor's is nothing. Like you have to get your master's after that. And like I of course want to get my master's, but it's like, bro, like more money. Like I'm just, like, why, why? And even like. I mean, I guess it's cool to have a doctorate, but I'm like,
It's cool.
but like, it's like, how do you spend so many years studying one subject? Like, I don't think I can do that.
I know, me neither, honestly.
Like a doctorate in like sociology, like, like I don't know what. I mean, I guess it's like research and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I can never spend too much time in my life just like studying one subject. And I think that's also something that I like found here. It's like I want to do so much, but there's no time. And it's like, oh, there's time, but with more time comes more money, and I don't want to spend the money. So
yeah. So you said that there's so much things that you would like to do, but kind of no time. Right now, you're criminal justice major and the minor in marketing. So besides your general education that we just talked about, what would you want to do on the side, or separate or dedicate a certain amount of time in your life to that you would be interested in doing?
I've never really like thought of it like that, because when it's like, oh, what do I want to do? It's like I always relate it back to like education in my college, because it's like if I could go back, I would probably major in marketing instead of criminal justice. I love criminal justice. I don't know if I would minor in it if I did major in marketing, but it's like I see myself. Like stuff that I want to do, it's like I love fashion, I love social media, like content creation, stuff like that. Like I don't do it, but it's like I like all that stuff, and that's like something maybe I would like to like do more of and like dedicate more time to. Traveling, obviously, but
traveling, yeah. Do you think you can combine all of it with criminal justice?
That's the thing. I had this conversation with Miss Nat from the CID. She's like the head person, super sweet. But I was like, I don't think I want to combine both. No,
like you don't think they're gonna fit together?
And it's like, because if I do marketing, I want to go down the social media fashion route. Like that's not like it's not gonna transcend to criminal justice at all. Yeah. So like, yeah, I don't want to combine both. I don't want to. But it's like now you have to have an internship to get a job. But it's like, bro, like, and I have a minor in marketing, it's not even a major, so it's like. I don't know. I mean, I do want to get my master's, obviously, and I probably will get something in marketing, but it's like, I don't know.
Well, the life will show, I guess. But I would say, yeah, you're pretty good at all of this creative stuff, like marketing, social media. You would do really well. So if you do get master's, I think you should go more on the creative side.
Oh, 100%.
100%, yeah.
And it's like, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say.
It's fine. If you remember, bring it up. But one of my next questions is, was there anything that you did not expect or something caught you off guard about society or the way things work in Philly, like after you got admitted to St. Joseph's University?
Oh. So, I don't know who I was having this conversation with, but it was like I'm American. Like, I'm like obviously Puerto Rico is part of the United States, and I grew up. Part of my life was in America, so like I didn't really experience the culture shock that people experience. I was like, okay, like I feel at home. Like I don't like even if I'm not with Puerto Ricans around me, like I still have a sense of belonging, like with people here. So it's like I wouldn't say I experienced like culture shock or anything because I was used to it already.
Right. Yeah, because you traveled a lot while you were a kid.
Yeah, but in Philly specifically, I don't even know. Like I mean, just like water, just like for like water eyes.
Water.
Yeah, I don't even know like what I don't. I'm trying to think.
A lot of people say that New Jersey and Philly people are rude. Do you agree with that?
I guess, but like I feel like everyone's rude. But it's the way you approach it. Like I don't say it's like when you go to New York, like people are just like more upfront, like more confrontative about it. Like they'll say it straight up to you. So I don't think they're rude. I think that's just how their culture is. Like
yeah. So that's a cultural difference.
But also like I thought Philly was gonna be more like New York.
Me too, honestly. Me too.
And there's a lot of like, I mean Kensington, just a lot of areas that are like. Philly's like okay, you have the city, but then the suburb part of Philly is terrible. I don't like. I feel like it's
there's so much segregation. I think in Philadelphia.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's like, sorry, I think that's just. Okay. So yeah, 100%. Like Philly's a very segregated like, and even like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more to do and it's not getting done. Like if I could become a politician right now, like see, there's so much I want to do.
Yeah, I understand you. Yeah, and especially when you travel in Philadelphia, you see all of those areas or
it's
stuff
like
that is
you can't even travel the whole of Philadelphia because it's like you can't go by Temple, you can't go to North Philly because it's dangerous. So it's like
some people don't even have access or I don't know, they're scared to go to certain areas. Yeah, that's so different. And I don't think that when I was in New York, like I saw that much segregation in New York. You know what I mean? Like, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx.
It exists, but the level of it here in Philly is like...
It's insane.
Like, it makes me sad. Like, it's just like... Even like here, like, I don't know, like... Even like St. Joe's and then Gompers. Like, It's so... Like, it's so just like, I don't know. Like, school district, like any district, like Montgomery County and like Philly. I don't know. It's just like, like literally you cross the road and you go that way, and it's like you see more houses that are huge. Yeah. And then you're over here. It's like.
Yeah, actually, I just a couple of weeks ago I realized I read it on the internet that Lower Merion is one of the richest areas in the whole United States.
Really?
Because when you go there are good huge mansions. Yeah. And in sociology class that we took last year together with you, remember some students did the research, not the research, it was like a presentation or a project on Strawberry Mansion and Lower Merion, I think, or like a Strawberry Mansion mostly. The district. So for those who don't know, like St. Joe's is placed basically on the intersection of City Avenue, which separates Overbrook and the Merion side. Merion side is considered pretty wealthy, Overbrook not that much. And Gompers is one of the schools that is on Overbrook side, which lacks funding, resources. When you cross the road, and there's Lower Merion, one of the best elementary or middle, lower schools. Yeah, they have everything, and that's very unfortunate to see, especially where we live right now, for sure. Yeah. Speaking about your, I guess, mental states. When you were in Puerto Rico, is there anything you took for granted? And you realized it only after, exploring the mainland of the United States?
Anything for granted? Not really. I hated Puerto Rico. Like, I hate it. Like, I was like, I want to get out of here.
Why is that? Why did you hate it?
I just connect so much negative stuff that's happened to me. Or it's a place where I'm not happy. I can't like be myself and just like all the things I want to do. It's like, oh, the American dream. You come here, like you have so much freedom. It's like you go to New York, you meet so many people from different backgrounds. Like that's my type of like lifestyle. Puerto Rico is just like, and you can still see it in St. Joe's. Like, I'm not calling out anyone, but like the Puerto Rican population, and I get that like they want their niche, they want their group, but it's like to the point where it's like they're not even talking to like people from here. That like they just want to be surround themselves around Puerto Rican people, and I don't like that mentality at all. It's like if you have the opportunity to come to St. Joe's, like don't. Why are you like sticking around the same people you grew up with back home? Like it's not. I don't know, but like I don't regret anything. I feel like everything. I have the mentality everything happens for a reason. But it's like, yeah, I didn't like back home, so I was kind of happy. Yeah.
So you were happy to get out.
Yeah.
Is it mostly about the circumstances that happened to you back at home?
100%.
Yeah. Because when we traveled together, you said that bringing friends and new perspectives to back home changes your perspective on Puerto Rico as well.
It did, because I hadn't gone home in like a year and a half, I think it was, like, before we went for spring break. And I didn't miss it. And it's not like I need to go home right now, like, but it's like, when I brought you guys over, like, that completely changed, like, my thought. And, like, I want to go back more now. So.
Do you have a strong definition of home in terms of location? Or it's...
Not really. I use it. I mean, even here, I'm like, okay, let me go home. Like when I'm with my friends,
Yeah.
I just want to go to my home. Not really though.
No?
I don't think. Again, kind of going back to what I said about like sticking like your niche. Like, home for me is just wherever I feel comfortable. So like, Puerto Rico's my home. New York's my home. Philly's my home right now. And I mean, I don't love Philly, but it's like this is my home. It's like, yeah. I just like it's somewhere I just feel comfortable.
Okay, so it's pretty flexible for you, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Also wanted to talk about languages since I'm international. Like I don't want to say Puerto Rico obviously part of the United States.
But it's completely different cultures and I mean languages.
Languages too, and yeah. Speaking of languages, do you feel like you have two different personalities in like one in Spanish, one in English, or is it you kind of combine them and that's who you are now?
No, I definitely have two personalities. Like when I go back home, I think I act different than when I do here with my friends. But I always think in English.
Always think in English.
I always think in English.
Okay.
So we had to like me and my friend for like our job here. We had to translate a whole PowerPoint for like a Mid Students Day, but like to Spanish because it was like towards Spanish speaking people. And yeah, like I think. When I'm back home for a long time, my Spanish gets really good, and I start thinking in Spanish. But obviously, I'm here for most of my time, so my brain just defaults to English. But I learned both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like I think I have two different personalities.
How would you define? What's the main distinction? How would you define your Spanish and English personality? Like the top qualities of those personalities.
I'm definitely more outgoing for my English. Yeah, definitely more outgoing. Like, again, meeting more people with my English. For Spanish, I'm more like reserved and just like kind of leave me alone. Like, I don't want to talk to you right now.
More chill.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, but I don't know. Do you have that? Like, are you two different personalities?
I feel like yes, so much. But I can relate to what you said about English. I feel that I can connect with people or just meet new people better, I guess, in English, or I'm like more open-minded, I guess. And I don't know, is it because of the fact that English is like a world language and everybody is so open-minded about it? Probably partially about that. But in Ukrainian, I feel like I'm more, on the other hand, in Ukrainian I'm more direct and I put more meaning in my words in Ukrainian. I feel like sometimes there are certain sentences or even words that have a little deeper meaning than if I translated them in English. And I feel sometimes so stupid in English when I'm like, I just don't understand how to say it, not because I don't know it, but because it's just a different level of meaning,
I have a perfect example with that, and it's like Americans say this. Actually, this is going back. Americans say this a lot, and it's like I love you, I love you, I love you. So in Spanish we have like I love you, like te amo, and then we have te quiero, which is like kind of like more I adore you. And like you like with your friends, like if you're close, obviously you just like them, but it's like I feel when like people here say like oh my god I love you, Derek.
Whoa.
No, like let's not do that. Like we're not. No. So that's like in Spanish I would use like te quiero, like that's where I would, or that's like would be like the before I love you. Like.
And I feel like we can connect the opposite. I hate you. Like people say I hate you so much
when like in my culture at least, if somebody says hate, like it's such a powerful connotation to this word.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do people just throw around all of those words that mean so much?
Yeah.
But I understand you for sure.
That is just like, oh, like it makes me cringe. Yeah.
How about the culture of small talk in Puerto Rico? Is it very no?
It's not. I mean, it is, especially with like the older generation, but like here, it's like I feel like here's more prevalent. Like you kind of have to be good at small talk to be able to talk to people, and I hate that because I'm not like, I don't know. But and back home, like it's like you can. I wouldn't consider small talk back home. I would like usually like if you sit down to like have a conversation with someone, like it gets deep to a deeper level than it does if you do it here in America. Because like I feel like see when you ask like, oh, like tell me like about yourself, whatever, like my brain just like went to like elevator pitch. Like I have that in my head, but it's like that obviously doesn't work like in this case. So it's like I feel like that's like back home. Like you can't have like a script like ready to go and so on.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes when I speak to people here, Americans like who grew up here, I feel like there is so much scripted, sentences or like I don't know, just conversations that happen. Like it's so either the same all the time, or I can see the pattern that like elevator pitch. I remember I learned it before coming to the US, and I was pretty amazed that like it exists, and it's interesting how your brain clicks that and ready like, oh, St. Joseph's University major, fun fact, like something like
what
that.
I want to do in the future, yeah,
what are you gonna do in the future, and you like bum
like literally when you said that I was like, okay, it just my brain was like an elevator pitch, but obviously it's not like that case.
I can understand.
But even like it's like when you're walking like past someone, it's like, oh, how are you? Oh, I'm good. How are you doing?
Bye. Yeah, I know. Like the reel I send you, like when you meet a random person at the party. Oh my god. How are you?
Bro, but that's so real though.
Hey, how are you? Oh my god, hi.
Oh my god, wait, I literally thought that you hated me.
Oh my god, no. How could I ever hate you?
Oh my god, I literally love you so much. We have to hang out soon.
Yes.
When I'm at the party, I'm talking to everyone.
And then the next day you're
It's
passed
like,
to
yes. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
That's so real.
I know, that's so funny.
I don't do that, but I've seen people who do it. It's like
I'm gonna also put the link for this video in the description so other people understand. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
And apparently this guy goes to St.
yeah,
Joe's.
he goes here,
Yeah. I also wanted to ask you, have you ever experienced a moment where like a cultural misunderstanding led to something funny, awkward, or frustrating? Like we spoke about languages, like physical cultural differences, the way you approach conversations.
Okay, I got one.
Yeah, could you share?
I still struggle with this actually. So like when you say hi to girls at your friend, you like kiss them on the cheek.
Yes.
Here, like, what do you? It's just like, cause okay, you dab. Okay, like back when we dab up like the guys, but it's the girls, so so kiss up. So it's like, I'm not gonna dab the guy up and then just ignore the girl that's like around. So it's like, what do you do? I feel like people resorted not to just dabbing the girls up now, but I don't like that. And I don't maybe huggy, but like
Hugging.
I don't know. People hug here a lot, for sure. Back home, you don't like, unless you're like again like. Not comfortable, but like you already know the person. Hug, but people here hug like it's like first time meeting, like hug, which I guess it's like more welcoming and stuff. But it's like I don't know, like that. Like I to this day I still don't know. Like sometimes it's just awkward.
It's just you can feel this energy from other people. They're like, what is happening?
Yeah,
I get it. I know. I had the same situation like. The first girl that I met at St. Joe's, like I hugged her unconsciously because that's what people usually do when, at least in my culture, when they meet, I guess, women at least my age, and of course dab up the boys. And then we were around her friends, and they looked at her and they were like, after I left, they're like, oh my god, like blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, no. And speaking of friendships, meeting new people, could you define what is friend/friendship for you? And maybe one Spanish personality can tell one answer, and you're American person. Well, American. You know what I'm saying, yeah.
Damn. Okay, so like back home, all my friends that I have, again, I grew up with them, been through school with them like multiple years. Like my best friend, we were in daycare together. Our parents knew each other. We went to the same school. We were neighbors. Like, we grew up, like, knowing each other. And I feel like friendship is like for me, friendship is like, I don't even know if this is a good definition, but it's like you like you connect with someone deeper, but it's like if you don't see each other for a long time, we don't talk with each other for a long time, and then you see each other like to my best friend, I don't talk to him every day, but it's like we can pick up the conversation and like update each other, like right when we see
Reconnect,
each other,
basically, yeah.
and it's like nothing happened. That's like for me friendship, but it's like I guess that's like my Spanish side, but like my American side of like friendship is like it's still the same, but I feel like it's more of like I feel like you have to keep talking to them like not daily, but like
weekly.
yeah, to kind of just like have that friendship. But for me, like that's just my perfect. Like one of my friends texted me. I do this a lot when I'm busy or where I just like don't like. I just like disconnect myself from like my friends, and it's not like I mean to do it. I just do it.
Yeah.
Because like I'm looking with other people. It's just like whatever. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, I just like I don't like that. Like we should be able to like both parties should be able to hang out with other people, and like I feel like people are more like protective about like their friendship. Like, oh, why are you hanging out with them? Or like, oh, why are you with this person and not me? Like I asked you to go out. It's like for me, it's like you can go out with whoever you want. Like you can have other friends. Like
yeah.
I don't care. But it's like the same thing. It's like if we can pick up where we last left off, and like not act like nothing happened, but it's like just continue life. Like the world is spinning. Like it's not.
I agree.
Nothing's gonna change. Like it's not that deep.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like obviously like there's levels of friendship and stuff. Like I know you, I know Ash, I didn't know Ryan, but I took him home. So that like that's
Connected,
yeah, through something. And I connected with you and Ash more.
Yeah.
Because I took you guys home.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hopefully soon I'll be able to show my home to you. Oh my god, that would give me so good. Yeah. Do you feel like, based on what you just said, do you feel sometimes obligated to talk to your like friends from the United States mainland to, I guess, maintain this friendship that you define? Of course, like you said, that some of your Puerto Rican friends you can just don't talk and then talk again, reconnect easy. In America, works a little different. Yeah. Does it make you feel obligated to talk to them?
Nah, because I'm just like, that's not a friend then if they can't like accept the fact that I'm hanging out with other people. I don't know, like people like there's a lot of jealousy here for sure. With friendships, but it's like I don't know. It's just like I don't feel obligated. Like I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. It's not like I'm gonna change just to tailor it to this person specifically. So not really. I just like okay, continue on with like the world keeps spinning again. So.
Can you think of any reasons like why jealousy here is more often happening factor than in some other places? Just to like a educational guess.
This would be a good question for Bergen.
Yeah, we should visit her.
Very sociological. Very sociological. Like I don't even know. I think it's just like. And back home too, not just here, but people always want to like be better than other people. And it's like people take another thing. I feel like people here take things way more personal.
Closer
than they
to
do
heart.
Back home, yeah. Like for something like that's not that like that.
That's not that big.
It's not. It's like bro, like it's chill.
Yeah.
I definitely see that more. So maybe that's like something that like applies to jealousy too. But it's like I feel people take things too personal and like too like. I don't even know. It's like with the girl, like sorority girls here, and I'm stereotyping really hard right now. This is not very simple of me, but it's like, it's just always like, oh, like you have to be surrounding yourself with like the same people, and like, oh, you can't go out with other people. But it's like, bro, like, I don't know, like you should be able to do whatever you want. Like with your friends, you should like connect with them and just like obviously like have a deeper connection with them than you do with like regular people. But
Yeah.
Also going back to the friendship question, I think for me, it's like the best way to describe it is like the co-worker like mentality. It's like I'm around these people, so I talk to them, but some of them are not my friends. Like I just am around them, and it's like I'll help, like I'll be nice, like I'm not gonna be mean, I'm gonna be myself. But it's like my friends see a different side of me, and it's like obviously like they're more around me all the time, so it's not like I don't think I'm gonna like. When like one person from my class that I talked to, I'm like, oh, you want to hang out? You want to go out? Like I don't like no. Like I'm going out with my friends, not my coworkers. If that makes sense. So.
No, yeah, that makes sense. But at this point, would you say you have more friends here or in PR? Real friends.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of real friends, like real, like people that I can like generally just
Quality over quantity.
exactly. So I don't. What was the question again?
Do you think you have more friends here or back in PR?
I would say here.
Here?
In the States.
In the States,
Yeah. Not like in Philly, but like in the States. Like
Uh-huh.
between here and Florida, I would say I have more like real friends. Because again, it's that same thing. Like we can just pick up and just like, and then hang out. Like nothing happened. Go out. Like it's not awkward. It's not like we can be truthful with ourselves. Like honesty. So yeah.
Where do you think it's like, at least maybe it was easier for you to connect with people? Because you've been in Ohio,
Like
grew
in
up
the
in
state?
PR. Yeah, like overall. Or it's kind of like same
I feel like
everywhere.
the same, but it's like it depends on what's going on at the moment. Because I feel like college bonds a lot of people together because you're surrounded by each other. You're living like next to each other, like so it's like the surroundings is what maybe leads to more connections like quicker. And I feel like the States has that, not like back home. But I feel like it's interesting to see like once we graduate and like who is like gonna stay.
Who is
right now.
staying? Who is not?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Like I'm ready. So, yeah, even like next year when we're not living on campus, like that's a whole different change. Like who
It
are we
is,
really,
yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta also figure out the schedule when we're gonna hang out, get lunches,
Yeah.
etc. etc. Yeah, we have similar class at least with the lab, so
That's
gonna
like
be-
half of my.
It's literally half of my schedule. Yeah, so at least you're gonna make it less miserable for me.
Bro, I don't want to do science.
Yeah,
Did you see he raised it on email?
he sent out an email. I did, but
Here she got one.
I didn't really.
Yeah, because why?
Yeah,
Why?
it's like I'm already.
We have the whole summer. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not even done with this semester, and you're ready for no, absolutely not.
Yeah, but I heard a lot of good things about him.
Okay.
A lot of good things about him.
Me too. And I think he's a bio professor too because my friends are bio majors, and he said he's like one of the best. So but there's a different professor for a lab.
It is different.
Sounds like.
I don't think we are assigned. The professor
yet?
is assigned for our lab yet, but I'm sure we're gonna be fine. I've heard a lot of cool stuff that we're gonna be doing though. Like we're discussing environmental science. What we're gonna take next semester, and some people said that we would go like on little field trips and like dig in the dirt,
Oh, yeah.
look for worms, like do little experiments or something like in groups.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fun. Yeah, I've never done it before. And our social sciences, sciences, yeah, in Ukraine, they're usually very theoretical and not like practical. So
Interesting.
yeah, like I learned chemistry without even touching any chemicals in my life. It was all on paper. So that's why I hated it. I was like, I can't.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
It's basically math.
Me too. I don't know.
And I don't like math.
I want to talk a little bit about your behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed any difference in your behavior after moving to Philly? So you've been here for 2 years. Do you think there is one or a couple of things you could point out that you're like either changed in a good way or in a bad way?
I don't think it happened when I got here. I think I had like mentally prepared myself before I got here to do this. But like, and I always say this like when I do be civil, it's like open-minded. Like I want to meet as much people as possible from like any different identity. Like I don't, like that's just, I think that's the beautiful thing about college.
Yeah.
Like I would have never met you if I didn't come here. So it's like, or Ash, or anyone. So I came with an open mind, and I still keep that open mindedness like into whatever I do. But I feel like I don't know if it's something like, or what would be something that I like switched, or like that when I got here. I think like I was pretty. Again, I grew up in the States, and like I grew up moving a lot, so it's like it just felt like another like change, like another day. Like it's just like, okay, I'm going to college. Obviously, it's much bigger, much more serious, but it's like I was excited. I was like super excited.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Plus, based on the fact that you didn't really like back home.
Yeah, I was like, get me out of here. And I'm like, the reason why I wanted to stay home was stupid, it was because I was like in a relationship with someone, but I'm so glad I didn't. Ugh, I love it here. So, but I don't think I switched anything. Maybe I did. I just don't notice. But
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, I can feel that sometimes when people ask me that kind of question, I need the objective opinion that would remind me of something, and I would be like, oh,
yeah,
right. Because, like, I already kind of, like, inherited it, the fact of, the
Yeah.
change. I don't really notice it.
exactly.
Yeah, but can you think of the main thing that you've learned about yourself in the past 2 years? Not necessarily with moving, but
Yeah.
like with growing up, I guess.
That everything happens for a reason. I feel
Everything
like
happens
that's,
for a
like,
reason.
That's like my motto. Cause I feel like my aunt back home, you met her, Melina. Like she's
Yeah.
she's super smart, obviously, but like she has a very like free will of like things and like how things go. And I learned. I think that may be something I learned when I got here more. It's like if things don't go your way or like something happens, like it's okay. Like for example,
Not the end of the world, yeah.
for example, this is a stupid example, but on Saturday or Friday, me, Ash, and one of her friends, Bree, went to Crumble Cookie,
Uh-huh.
and it was like packed, like to the brim, like people outside lining up. It was cold, it was rainy, and people were like kind of upset. And then me and Bree was just like there chilling, like it's just like okay, like it happened, like okay, let's just wait, like we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But people are like, it's like literally kicking the door open, like I'm like, bro, it's a cookie, like chill, like
It's a cookie.
it's not like it can't be that good.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I'm just like, again, everything happens for a reason. Like especially if like, oh, you need an internship to do work, or like, oh, you need to do this, you need that, and like you don't get accepted. I feel like here it's like, oh, you should be ashamed, or like, oh, you didn't do good enough, like you should do better. But again, I feel like everything just happens for a reason. Like maybe again, moving to college, like thank God I came here. That happened for a reson. Like all the mistakes I've done happened for a reason. Like all the things I've experienced happened for a reason. So I think it's like just make sure that you learn throughout like each experience.
Yeah, I can see that. And that kind of relates to the topic we've discussed before, that people are a little softer mentally here, I think, compared to other countries or locations. And I don't honestly know why. My assumption that like general Americans haven't experienced something that they have to like fight for, like a problem that everybody has to deal with in a while. Like COVID, yes, but everybody has experienced COVID. Like in Puerto Rico, obviously it's mostly about the relationship with the mainland of the United States, Ukraine, the war, and stuff like that. And all of those things, even if you're a kid, like when you grow up, you realize that in one way or another kind of shaped your understanding of the world. When here, like you said, sometimes there's this feeling that people are just giving everything and they just treat everything like differently, so yeah, I would agree with you here. I also have a little section, it's called either or section, that I do for every guest. It's 5 to 6 questions. Yes, you choose only one, obviously, and if the answer is a little too broad, you can elaborate on it in 1 or 2 sentences. So the first one is it harder to fit in or stand out?
Stand out.
Why?
Because it's so, like, the market is so oversaturated. Like, thinking about it again with, like, marketing, like, social media marketing, so many people want to do that, but it's, like, you have to stand out. It's really hard to stand out, in my opinion. Fitting in for me is just, like, again, I don't know, like,
It's just
yeah,
clicks.
it just happens. But standing out, I feel like it's the hard part.
Okay. Do you feel more like your old self or a new version of yourself at this current moment?
New version of myself in the current moment.
What's the main difference between the old and the new version?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's like I'm more my American personality than I was.
Just like extracting all of those lessons you learned from experience and building your new version. Okay. Which one taught you more, the challenges or the success?
I feel like the challenges. I don't know why this stuck with me, but like, this was when my senior year in high school. So the high school I didn't go to, or I went to before back home, they were like, oh, you can come in, but then you'll be a junior in high school because my credits didn't like whatever. I was like, hell no, there's no way I'm waiting. So I went to a different school and I was like, oh, this is like really easy. And then I went to Florida and I started working there. Well, I worked there already, but I was just talking to one of the sergeants. He was like, and I was like, yeah, like it's super easy. Like I have 3 classes and I just go home at 2:30. Like it's super chill. And I don't know what he said exactly, but it was something about being challenged. It's like you're not gonna like it's not good for you if you're not being challenged. Not good for you, but it's like, what are you getting out of it if you're not being challenged?
How do you learn? How do you develop?
Exactly.
Yeah. And
that just stuck with me, and I think it's facts. Like I don't know, like I want to be challenged now.
So you grow through challenges.
And I think the challenges also teaches you more things through the process. So yeah. I think the challenge. Yeah. The results just it's a product of your challenge. So
Okay. Speaking up or listening more?
I wish I spoke up more, honestly.
Really? In what cases?
So I had this so the Hawk is the Hawk newspaper is doing a story on me, and they were interviewing me, and she was asking do you see yourself? It was about be civil and DEI on campus. She was like, oh, do you see yourself advocating in the future? I'm like, no, not at all. I just approach things differently. There's different ways to speak up for sure. It doesn't have to be in the moment. It could be afterwards or doing work to speak for whatever cause. But I wish I spoke up more. No. And
in class too? If you need to give an answer, is it a different...
It depends on what class it is. Because if it's a religion class, I'm not raising my hand right now. But if it's sociology, my major, I'm raising my hand. I don't care. So it depends on what class I'm in.
Okay. That might be an obvious one, but city energy or island peace?
City energy all the way.
New York.
I can't wait to be 21 in New York.
Okay. And since I know you pretty good as a person, and your hospitality part of your personality, I decided to ask, being a guest or being a host?
Host. I love hosting. Even I see myself in the future, I think I said this to you, or maybe I didn't. I know I said this to Ash, but I was I see myself living in New York, in a 2-bedroom apartment, having a guest room and having my friends over all the time. I remember. I love hosting. I love cooking. I just and it's just come chill at my place. Cool, we can chill.
Hang out, yeah. And the very last question that I ask every guest is, what makes you happy?
Food. No, I'm kidding.
Plantains.
Plantains too, yes. Oh, that was just Ryan on Friday. He's like, oh, I'm preparing some sweet plantains right now. I was like, oh, that sounds so good. What makes me happy?
Can be a couple of things, one thing. Stupid, smart. There is no right answer. You know yourself the best.
What makes me happy?
You can take your time.
It's when they, maybe it's different for you, but it's when they ask you what do you like about yourself, and then you're
blinking,
and then they want to ask you what do you not like about yourself, and that's when you I feel this is one of those questions what makes you happy,
What makes you unhappy?
College. No, I'm kidding. Environmental science. No. What makes me unhappy? See, I don't know.
What brings you energy during the day or motivation when you wake up? Sense of purpose, maybe.
I think having what makes me happy? This is good.
Such a general question, right?
It is a general question. I don't even know. I feel I don't want to say talking to people that doesn't really it's part of it, but it's not I wake up to look forward to do that with people. Yeah. I guess just this is gonna sound so working, I guess.
Working.
Having a purpose, something to do. I think that's what I wake up to in the morning. It's okay, I have class, or have a civil presentation today. Having something to do and being busy. I feel that was what makes me happy.
Based on that, do you combine your personal life and work?
No. I'm very different when I'm with my coworker friends than I'm with you or very different. And I feel I'm kind of mean, not mean, but it's see, that's another thing. I feel when you're talking to Americans here, it's you can't be straight up with them because again, they're more soft.
Yeah.
and I consider myself a pretty honest person. Like if there's something I don't like or like something like that needs to be changed, I'm gonna say it up. But yeah, I just like having a purpose. I think that's what makes me happy.
Having a purpose.
New York City.
That's good. Yes, New York City. Possible roommates right here.
Yes. Oh,
for New York.
I was gonna say, my aunt, she's moving to Ecuador. I think she bought an apartment over there. So I think the house is gonna be free. And there's 3 rooms in that house. And I already told Ash, you.
Let's
So we might have a
go.
place.
Yeah, possibly part 2 with Derek is gonna be in the apartments.
Yes. So
Podcast part 2
we'll see.
in the apartments. Okay, Derek, thank you so much for the
Yes.
podcast. Guys, thank you for watching. If you have any comments or questions for Derek, shoot up the comments for us. Instagrams are also in the description. And I guess we'll see you next time.
Mm-hmm.